we were at Camp Zool. It was maybe 3 in the afternoon. I had taken some Molly. I had taken some Molly. And then Nasty runs over to me. Let's go shoot this video. And I'm just like, okay.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to Do It for the Underground. I am Fatz King, and today I have something a little different for you. This is called Anatomy of an Album. The whole point of this is I am going to do deep dives of some of the best underground albums that we've had in the last however fucking long I feel like going back. And today, to start this off, the maiden voyage, a personal friend of mine and one of the dopest fucking MCs in the underground right now. I don't give a fuck what you say. Keagan Grimm, say what's up, my brother.
Hello.
I brought you here today to talk about one thing and one thing only. We are here to talk about Gospell. This album was, Jesus fucking Christ. They are still picking people up from the crater where the meteor hit, where this one landed. This is still fucking. I wished we would have been able to talk about it last year, but Do It for the Underground hadn't actually started when you dropped Gospell last year. So we have so much to discuss about this. So let's just get it off the fucking way.
Jump in.
How did you even come up with the beginnings of this? Like, what was the inception of this project?
I mean, like, I think like I've been clawing my way up in the underground for a while, right? And I feel like regardless of the output, it wasn't quite hitting as hard or as broadly as I'd liked it to. And I'm just like, you know, I try and stay humble. I try and be, you know, a down to earth type of person, but like I know I'm out here fucking preaching, you know. And I'm like, man, I'm out here fucking giving these motherfuckers gospel and ain't nobody singing along. Let's fucking change that. Like I made it a point and I was like, every song's going to have a catchy ass fucking hook. I don't want no filler tracks. I want the goddamn good gospel. I want it to be something that people can fucking sing along with, something that's going to get caught in their heads. I want those songs where like people know the hook and then like that's it. And they're like, what the fuck song is that? That's my shit.
You see, but that's so fucking strange because I've been thinking about this while I've been sitting with this record for the last like 3-4 weeks that we've talked about doing this. It is. Every hook is unbelievably sing-alongable, catchy, just fucking grabs you. Even if you don't learn the bars, which fuck you if you didn't, because they're fucking sick. Some of your slant rhymes and metaphors and wordplay it's some of the best I've heard in this shit. That's not hyperbole, and that's not just because you're my boy.
Thank you.
But the other thing about them, aside from being catchy, they're as dark and fucking gritty and evil and black as you want for this kind of shit. Like, just because it's catchy doesn't mean it can't be depressing and heavy on top of everything else. But please carry on.
It's like that's one thing, like that's one thing I love about, you know, our art form, our genre, whatever you want to call it, is like, you know, we explore the darkness without hesitation. You know, we dive right the fuck in that shit. But a lot of people, like, you know, it's cool to be violent and dark and shit, but like I wanted to also make it kind of palatable and accessible to people who aren't necessarily familiar with the darkest recesses of horrorcore and the underground and things like that. You know, because this is a fucking dark album, but at the same time it's accessible, you know, it's singable. In kind of like forming my sound, that's kind of really always the direction I wanted to go, because I love catchy music, man. I love pop music. Like I listen to that shit all the time just because like it's fun to sing. It's like they make good songs. It might be goddamn surface level and empty as fuck, but it's fun.
But you achieved that with this record though, because this is fun to sing.
Yeah.
How long was the actual work before we even started laying tracks, writing in pen and paper, talking to homies about potential features? Like, what was that process?
I mean, so I dropped Gravel Mouth in 2021. Gravel Mouth, Gravel Mouth, Gravel Mouth, spit it out. Like almost immediately after I dropped Gravel Mouth, I started writing Gospel, because like with Gravel Mouth, it it got to the point where I was like, okay, this is the sound. I'm confident with where I'm at with my sound now. Let's step it up immediately. Around that same time as when I met SON, around that same time as when I stopped drinking, there was a lot of positive things going on in my life. Like I had started Night Owl Prince at the same time. I had a lot of good shit going on, but at the same time, I wanted to like really dive in to maybe some untouched stuff that I hadn't really talked about. I wanted motherfuckers to see what the fuck I was about. You know, Gravel Mouth like honed my sound and kind of got me comfortable with the sound. Gospel is me talking my shit, you know,
Feeling
and
comfortable in your shoes.
comfortable in my shoes. Exactly. So like I started writing almost right after Gravel Mouth dropped, and Sin Repent Repeat was the first song I wrote. Let me tell you, there's no hope for us here, we should go. There's no hope for us here, we should go.
Was that like the driving force? Like as soon as you started writing that, you knew exactly what you were looking for?
Yeah, because like with Gravel Mouth, when that came out, I listened to it and I was like, I've like, because I feel like everything else leading up to that album was like me just trying to kind of figure it out, figure out my sound, figure out what the fuck I was trying to do, figure out how to be consistent with it, and like really just learn. It was a long fucking learning process, and I did a lot of it my goddamn self, because that's what I fucking do. And it was just me figuring it out. And then with Gospel, it was me like, look, this is me. Fucking take it or leave it. This is what the fuck you're getting. I wanted to fucking climb the mountain and fucking let my voice be heard.
I really think that was achieved. It's like there was always people on the floor at your shows, but the last like the last 4 or 5 performances I've seen of yours, it's really taken a turn as far as audience participation. And this record is to thank for that. That's just
Yeah.
straight the fuck up.
Straight up.
So with this coming basically after COVID and having to learn a lot of new ways and new things to do, do you think that also had a little influence on the way this project came out?
I've always been pretty good at just rolling with punches and figuring stuff out as I go, and like adapting to whatever fucking situation I'm in at the time. I've been put in a lot of situations in my life where I had to like just kind of figure things out as I went. And I'm pretty good at doing that. Plus, I was like new to Ohio at that point too, so I was still really getting my feet wet up here. I don't know. It kind of formed itself based off all of that. Like I had this drive in me, and honestly, when I met SON, like once me and him like linked up and started fucking really hanging out and talking and shooting the shit like that, he helped put a new fire under my ass, like added to the one that was already there. You know what I'm saying? You know, you've heard him talk. That man's motivational.
Oh yeah. He's the underground Tony Robbins.
Yeah, and he, you know, he made me put some things into perspective. He made me think about some things that I really didn't consider before, and with just being around him, and like, you know, he helped me feel more confident about what the fuck I was doing. You know, it just like being around other people who were doing the same things that I was doing with that same drive, that same focus. It really fucking helped me like focus on what the fuck I was doing, and really made me want to step the game up to the next level, because like I'm looking at the peers that I have now, and I'm like, watch me work too. Like I see what everyone's doing. I see what my friends are doing. I see how hard everyone's hustling, and I'm like, fucking watch me work.
One time for the man in the darkness, solid place in his rain. One time for the ants in the garden. One time for the day, one time for the land of the harvest. I've been damaged, I ain't never had a plan regardless. I ain't changing up like a parchment, I just stay in love with the carnage.
We'll set the stage. You've got your armor on, you've got your confidence built up, you're about to walk into the booth and slay this beast. What is the recording like of this creature?
I recorded that entire album in this room right here on that mic right there.
That's dope.
And like I like recording myself because like I'm weird and finicky and fickle, and if something doesn't sound right, I'll record it 400 times. I'll record whole hooks and fucking delete them and rewrite them and record them again and fucking delete them. And like, if it's not good enough for me, it's not good enough.
Do you have anyone that you let hear little snippets before you bring it? Like, do you have like a judging jury before you bring it a little closer to the actual scene?
Yeah, there's there's a few in the inner circle that get to hear some shit from time to time. I always run stuff by SON. I've been running stuff by Nasty for a few years now.
That's the homie.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I got a few people I kick ideas back and forth with. Poor Amber, she'll hear a song for 2 years. And I'd be like, baby, I just dropped this. She's like, it's new. I've heard this shit like this is new.
What was the initial reaction from the peers when you let them hear the beginnings of this?
It's been overwhelmingly positive, honestly. Like ever since the inception and the planning process and everything, like people have been like, you're on the right fucking track. Like this is the shit. I've gotten pretty much consistently overwhelmingly positive feedback on Gospel from start to finish and beyond. Like to this day, no one's came to me and been like, it was all right.
No, I've not heard that from anybody. So before we get into the tracks, because that's about to happen, is it safe to say that this is probably your best project to date?
I think so. Yeah, without question. I love some of the songs I've done in the past. Gravelmouth had some fucking bangers on there.
Yes, it did.
But yeah, Gospel is thus far the culmination of everything I've worked for and everything that I've learned and everything just balled up in one nice little package for you.
So I highlighted what I would like to call my top five on this.
Okay.
And we're going to go down the line, and I'd like you to tell me any interesting anecdotes, thoughts, anything about the finished product now that we're here. So let's just get it started. Church.
Take y'all to church. Bad guy in this bitch. I was baptized under black skies by the witch. Last rites giving back thy innocence to the all-consuming fire. Take y'all to church.
That beat it scorches. You are set up as soon as it starts.
That was a Jay Reno beat. I got that beat for like I think I bought it off Reno in one of his crazy sales for like $15-20. I heard it. I was like, I could fucking work with this. Absolutely. I bought like 6-7 beats off him. He produced like half this record. And Church, like it's got that cool like strumming hook where it sounds like more low key than it is. Like it's a sleeper, that beat. And like I was like, man, I can bring this to life like a motherfucker. And like the whole time I was listening to it, I was like bopping around stoned as fuck, and I just kept going, Church.
So that's how the name came about.
Church. Yeah, man, I was fucking singing high. I was it just, I don't know. I like letting the beats talk to me. I'll sit and I'll get super fucking stoned, and I'll just like play the beat on repeat over and over and over and over and over and over until it catches me, until I hear what I'm supposed to do on it. Right.
So in your situation, beat comes before lyrics. Is that always the case, or do we shift that sometimes?
Almost always.
Okay.
I'll never sit down and just like write out a whole verse, you know. I'll play with melodies in my head, write out some melodies and shit, but I'll never like actually sit down and write a verse. What I do is I have a note on my phone where like throughout the day, if I think of a cool line or a couple bars, a couple rhymes, I'll fucking write that shit down in this note, and it goes. It's forever. Look at all this. Look
That's
at all this shit.
ridiculous. That's
And
that's a treasure trove right
it
there.
really is. There's some crazy shit in there. And so like what I'll do is like I'll listen to the beat and I'll figure out the hook first. Like I always have to figure out the hook first. Maybe write a couple lines if it catches me just right. But I always want to figure out that hook to figure out where we're going with the song. Because like I don't the way I work is I try and make my voice another instrument, you know, an accompaniment to the beat. My voice is just as important as the fucking snare drum, as the fucking synthesizer. You know, it's all one cohesive unit at the end.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to make songs. I'm not writing raps here. Anybody can be the best fucking lyricist in the world and make trash songs. Like
It happens.
it happens
really
a lot. You listen to any battle rapper who makes records. Also, they're terrible. Except for Donnie Menace. I fucking love that guy.
So you got the hook. You wrote the bars for this. The video.
So the church video, we that was actually me and Nasty.
Oh, it was Nasty. All right, shout out Nasty. That's also
Nasty
my brother.
shot that one. We were at Camp Zool. It was maybe 3 in the afternoon. I had taken some Molly. I had taken some Molly, and then Nasty runs over to me and he's like, "Yo, there's no one in the church. Let's go shoot this video." And I'm just like, "Okay."
I'm gonna look at your jaws the next time I watch that motherfucker because I didn't even pay attention to that.
Doug, you have no idea how much footage I cut.
You just grinded.
Because I'm just like, you can catch a little bit of it in the video if you watch, but like I was it was the middle Camp Zool. Me and Nasty ran over to the church over there and just fucking started shooting, and took maybe about an hour, but it was fun as hell, man. Like, cause like we had his camera, and then we had like my phone. Half of it was just shot on my phone because his camera died like 30 minutes into the shoot. So then we just did the rest of it on my fucking iPhone.
That's fucking crazy.
And then there just happened to be a guy with a drone there, and he's like, "Hey man, you want me to get a drone shot of you coming out of the church?" I was like, "Don't even ask, just put the thing in the air."
Put it in the fucking air. Just
of course I want that. And like that shot at the end of the video of me walking out of the church and it's like zooming back. That's the coolest shit ever.
It is pretty fucking dope.
I'm really mad that I wore basketball shorts to that fucking video shoot. I'm so mad at myself for that.
Yeah, it's hard to look like an epic villain when you look like you're fucking chilling in epic comfortability, right?
Yeah, I look like I'm about to play a pickup game with the rest of the dads.
Okay, the next song, I feel like this one probably has a deeper meaning than other people, than they probably didn't catch it if they didn't really listen. Indigo. Just to see if I can catch what was being said. Somebody who used to live a very chaotic and destructive life. Sometimes, like, I'm tired, bruh. I don't have time to throw hands with you. I don't want to deal with this. I'm just trying to live at this point. Yes, I used to be a monster. Yes, I used to be chaotic, but we put most of that to bed. Emphasis on the most. Yeah. Would I be correct?
I mean, yeah, you pretty much hit the nail on the head there. Like, that's the whole song. Like, if anyone knows anything about me, like I used to live a very different life. You know, I
kind of met you at the tail end of it.
Yeah, I mean, like, and like even then, I was far more docile than I was like in my 20s. Like, like teenage and 20-year-old Keagan was a fucking menace. I was the guy. I was the guy at the metal shows, fucking starting shit. I was the guy getting in trouble, fighting cops, getting arrested. Fucking, I was a problem for many people for a long time. I was also a great deal of fun, but like, you know, shit was hectic for a while, and that's just kind of like the life we live. That's
It was
kind
a
of how I
nice
grew up.
fine line between it's going to be a good night and oh shit, call the cops. And I know that feeling. I've been walked that line.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like like me and the crew I grew up with, like, it was we were some rough people, man. Like, we'd fight each other just as much as we'd fight everybody else. Like, it was wild times. But like, after a while, it's like, man, I just want to have a good time. I just want to relax. I want to give some high fives. I want to smoke some weed. I want to have a good time now. And yeah, that's exactly what Indigo was about. Like, yeah, I used to crack heads. I used to get fucking mad. I used to do stupid shit. I used to do crimes. And now I just want to kind of relax.
But so the color, what was the thought process on the title for the choice of color?
So, I mean, indigo, like, purple just seems like a calming color to me. And the hook, it says I used to have crimson in my eyes. Now I'm only seeing shades of indigo. I think to me that just means like, like, I used to be just so angry all the time at everything for some reason because of, what happened to me when I was younger, or just the way things were, or just me being unmedicated and mentally ill. And I mean, that's just the life that I went through. And that's just what happens to some of us. But like, there came a point where it's like, man, I think I punched enough people in the face. I think I'm good. I just want to sit down
and kick it for a little bit, right?
Like, I want to be goofy and just have a good time. Like, I'm over that shit. Like, I don't have anything to prove anymore to anybody.
That's, what, that comes with age though. You get to a point where it's just like, I've done it.
I got mad gray in my beard now. I earned it.
I'm still here. I tried to die and I didn't succeed. So
I tried mad hard.
What are you gonna really do to me? Shit.
Yeah.
Old Mr. Misery. I just want to say right now, when we were talking about catchy hooks and also being dark or sad or whatever, this is the most beautifully written, most depressing fucking thing I have ever heard. It's like silk being dragged across broken glass.
I know life isn't fun and games. I see the dark side bright as a summer day. I already got my fill of the suffering. Good Lord, what has happened to me? Yeah.
You know me, I love that, big bluesy shit. And I like singing. I like taking a different approach than a lot of people would. And like, when I first heard the Old Mr. Misery beat, that's another Jay Reno beat. I was like, man, this sounds like an old sea shanty, like something you'd hear, like some grizzled old guy with a fucking lute and a peg leg singing in the corner, like yo, that dude's been through some shit. That song to me is like a monument to like where I am now, and like it's like I'm a bard telling stories of a fucking warrior, but I'm also that warrior also.
Yeah, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, like regaling people in tales of shit that I used to do or stuff like that, or where I came from. It tells a story without really being specific, I think, and it just like it weaves a yarn of somebody who's just been dragged through hell and came out wet somehow.
But I don't need you to give me repentance. I've earned it. That's right. What I take away from it. I don't need you to tell me I've done better. I'm doing better.
Yeah. God. Yeah. That's exactly right, man. Like, yo, I mean, it's good. It's good to have an outside voice telling you that, but unless you have your inside voice telling you that, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Sin, repeat, repent, or repent, sin, repent, repeat. That's a goddamn tongue twister, and you knew what you were doing.
I did. Fuck, man, I love that song.
It's that look on your face when you're faced with the truth that you fucked up your future and wasted your youth. You can crawl to your coffin and fall in your grave with a taste of the poisonous fruit. Let me tell you, there's no hope for us here. We should go. There's no hope for us here. We should go.
With that one, like, I wanted to write something where I could entice some crowd participation.
Yeah.
I like those songs where you do a little crowd work and get them going, but then like it's not overly complicated. I'm not making the crowd say a bunch of dumb shit. It's three fucking words.
Yep.
Just shout them as loud as you can. We should go.
Let me tell you, there's no hope for us here. We should go. We should go. There's no hope for us here. We should go. Let me tell you.
I love that song because it's like it's a look in the mirror, really. Like because at some point in your life, and maybe that's that's where I am now, with like in my age or whatever, where you look back and you're like, man, a lot of that stuff was really dumb.
It was really fucking dumb. I should have left a lot sooner.
A lot of that stuff was real fucking unnecessary, man. That was your own goddamn fault. There's like a fine line between like nostalgia and regret. I think that we all walk sometimes when thinking about like our youth and things that we used to do in our past transgressions, because yeah, like a lot of times it was fun. But then like a lot of times you're like, man, what the fuck path did I put myself on? And like, what choices would I have made differently? But like, here I am, fucking scarred and bruised and maybe better for it. I don't know.
The next one I want to talk about, first I'll say this right now, this might be the dopest fucking feature I've ever heard on anything, like just period. And if
we
this
talking about Dance Macabre.
Oh, you goddamn know it. And if this was a super group, I'm telling you, the album would work.
We belong in the ground where the dead don't sleep. We should have never came down from the trees. We never know an ounce of peace. We just shine light on me. Come on! On the side of the virus, we had a minute to midnight. Now we count the shade. In the night that surrounds with the sound of beat. We deserve it. Shine light on me.
First and foremost, if you don't know who George Carlin is, that quote at the fucking beginning and at the end, the man would not have made it through the world we're in. He would have lit himself on fire like some kind of Buddhist monk.
I really think this species is a foolish, failed species that has organized itself poorly. And I think this culture in particular leads the way. I think we have put property ahead of people. We have put competition ahead of cooperation. And I don't think the balance can ever be brought back into line.
Did you start with that quote before you even wrote the fucking song?
Like that's been a favorite quote of mine for a long time from Carlin, because like it really, really, really speaks to like how I feel.
It's not funny.
In regard, it's not at all funny. It's a bleak fucking truth, and it represents very concisely how I feel about humanity, man. It's fucking disappointing as fuck. And so like I've always wanted to like pepper that in somewhere. And so I mean I've had that quote on the back burner waiting for the right moment. And then this song came along. Wouldn't you know it, another Jay Reno beat. Once I laid down the hook in my verse, which is the first thing that got done, like the intro and outro, like I cut up that Carlin quote and it just fit perfect. And I was like, it's beautiful. It works.
Who did you take it to first, Billy or SON?
Fun fact, Joe Black had that beat first.
Joe
Black told me to send him a song at Camp Zool 1.
It feels like it's been forever ago.
I love Joe Black. Let me just preface all this by saying that he had that beat for a good 2 years. Me and Logan got our parts done. Like I literally had to go to Logan's mama's house and pick his ass up and drive him to my house and record the fucking feature. And then he did. And then still no Joe Black. I love you, Joe. We'll get something else together. But then I talked to Bill about it and he's like, fuck it, send it over. And then Bill got it back pretty quick. And Billy Obey fucking killed that.
Come here, you stupid fucking join the losers club. All you gotta do is pick a church and shoot it up. Aim at heaven till it's raining blood from up above. Don't overlook the weapons that I carry. Leave you getting buried underneath the surface. Y'all pussy pet cemetery.
This is something that I'll paraphrase. I'll get this out of the way really quickly. Everybody talks about the gimmicks when they talk about horrorcore. This side and several other sides that I know of, including the Mission and Fat Camp and a few others, there is a level of lyricism and talent of hip hop. Let's strip away the genre. Let's just talk about the ability to fucking rhyme.
Yeah.
Unparalleled right now.
We got some spitters in horrorcore. Like, I mean, real talk, Bill would be in probably in my top 5, just straight up.
The way he does it, he has such a delivery that is only his.
Yeah.
Same thing for you, since we're talking more about you. The three of you together, again, super group that needs to happen first and foremost. But the track, it's just so blistering. Every part of it just feels. I know we always talk about everything is hot and everything's fire, but this track is cold. It is as cold as freezing to death in the middle of a blizzard.
I try not to get like topical or political or whatever in my music, because it's boring. But like the world ain't getting no better. Humanity ain't getting no beher.
No,
I'm very disappointed in all of us.
Yeah, and I'll say this: there's nothing no less political than fuck everybody. Doesn't matter who you support, fuck all of you.
Yeah,
that feels like the mantra to this song. The last one we'll close off with is "Fine by Me," which is another one of those just fucking amazing hooks.
We gone a long way from Eden, and there's no way to save your soul. I used to face my demon, I don't sleep at all.
That was one of the hooks that I wrote and deleted about 4 times. Because I knew like that big, it had that big epic build in that hook, and it needed to be something huge. And so like I made sure I wanted to get that exactly right, and I feel like I did. I love that fucking hook. That video was Brian Foster.
We are. Shout out Brian.
I went over to Indianapolis and shot with him over there in a very cool building, the Maryland Rose Center. I think you were there when they shot the what was the one in the wrestling ring that Axe did or LLE did?
Oh yeah, that was fucking Psycho Screwjob. That was a fun ass day.
We were in the basement of that building when we shot Fine by Me.
Those people fucking hated us.
Yeah.
This one specifically, it's such a complete track. It hits on all levels, and it's a great way to close out the album as far as pacing.
Yeah, I really liked ending with that one because like it's punchy, it's energetic, it's got fucking bars. It's that hook is huge and catchy. Like that's a great anchor for the whole album. Like it just ties it up real nicely. I love performing that song too. Like that, it's just that's such great energy, and like the crowd is always fucking cool for that one too.
I used to wake up screaming.
That one was like the epicenter of being catchy and dark and bleak, like because I'm talking about how I want everyone on the planet to die, and I think that's the best thing for all of us. But like it's singable.
I like the line, "Y'all get McDonald's and sing like a Pentecostal." That one resonates very, very, very much with me because fucking everybody's seen them videos of homie with the KFC in front of him and just rolling on the whole crew.
Thank you. I feel like that one goes over a lot of people's heads, and that's fine. But like the people who do get it are like, "Oh, you clever fuck."
Yeah, exactly. First time I heard that shit, I giggled. I was like, Keagan ain't right.
Yeah. And I mean that's really like that's what I was going for, man. Like people ain't shit. It's like I trust very few people, and that's why, because people have shown me that they're not to be trusted. When you've been done dirty so many times in your life, you get you get that exterior, that rough exterior, you put up those walls. But like me, like I'm still believe it or not, I'm still a pretty fucking optimistic person. I'm still pretty like genuinely happy, amicable person for the most part. I just like, I see a lot of ugly. I just see it all. And I know it's out there and I'm very much fucking aware of it. So I'm guarded, but like, I like being a fucking goofball. I like fucking high fives and hugs.
I asked for some submissions, and I got some decent ones, got some funny ones because I was expecting that. Didn't get any dick pics, which I appreciate. So Steven Schrainer, he says, what are you listening to right now? What is an artist that is running through your playlist?
So a lot lately I've been stuck on these artists from out in Oregon. Grim Salvo. I guess that's a duo, and one of the dudes in the group is called Mossback. He also puts out solo shit. Waking up dead, ever still I ride, making the worst of a short amount of time. Money in the head and there's money on the line. Reckon I ought to best 'cause this ain't gonna be long. And there's another dude that they did a dual album with called Witch House 40K. And I've been listening to basically those three acts like nonstop. It's really cool. Like they don't give a shit about genre. It's just really good. Like I guess at the root of it, it's hip hop, but like they go all over the fucking place. Some of their like they'll start with a hip hop song and it'll like devolve into a fucking black metal song by the end. And it's very cool stuff. Like so I've been listening to that a lot. I've been listening to The Bastard Son a whole fucking lot.
A whole fucking lot.
A whole fucking lot. Amazing fucking record.
You brought the man up, so his question was too good to pass up, plus this is kind of half his channel. So SON wants to know, what is your favorite artistic project you have worked on?
I read that the other day and I started thinking, I was like, what the fuck, man? Because there's a lot of things that I'm real proud of, and like, gospel has got to be my favorite thing I've ever done, like through and through. The music, the art, the presentation, just everything about that album. Like I love it. I love it. There's been Grand Size. I did all of the art for that album, the whole layout. That was a favorite one. The new Zool album, Gods of Evil Rise, I did the cover for that. That's a good one.
You truly are a renaissance man. You just do every goddamn thing.
I do, yeah. And like, well, it all stemmed from me being broke and not being able to pay nobody else to do shit.
Gotta get at it yourself, right?
Yeah. Like I was like, I sure would like to have nice art and nice videos, but like I don't have no fucking money. I'm just a scrub. And then so like I started with a cracked copy of Photoshop and just like making fun of my friends. Like we would have Photoshop wars and just do bad edits to fuck with each other and put dicks in each other's mouths and shit. And like it kind of just grew from there. Like I started like learning new techniques. Like it's all self-taught, like off of YouTube.
You was like Karate Kid. You didn't realize putting dicks in people's mouths was your wax on, wax
would
off.
Lead to a whole career.
All right, bro. Before I let you go, you said you had some new shit you wanted to grace us with or talk about. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of time to talk about that.
So we got some new Cinderblock Saints stuff dropping.
Oh shit!
Me and Labyrinthine has been working. I went down to Pittsburgh to a studio down there. We recorded 7 songs. And so we're gonna be dropping a single first featuring Stray.
Breather in the cathedral and no one's leaving out it. They gonna tell me what I need or I'ma beat it out of them. I'm addicted to the scream and couldn't be without it. I'm undefeated, got a grievance, come and see me about it.
Stray came through and just fucking laced a verse on that. He's fucking amazing. Shout out to Stray. If you're not hip to that motherfucker, you ain't hip.
Dude's a Swiss Army knife. He just fits where you want him to fit.
Dude, he's amazing. Like he really does. Like any song. Like you put him on anything, he's gonna fucking school that shit. Like you heard him on The Bastard Son, you heard him on Gospel. Like what fucking Stray's the man. Love that guy. And then, yeah, we have a new album coming out, the Cinderblock Saints album. Myself and Labyrinthine got together, wrote some bangers. We have a feature on that album from Odd Prophet, from the Cerberus Click guys over there.
Yep.
He came through and laced a verse for us. Shout out to him. And like, we had actually kicked around a few different people to be on this track. And he ended up being a really, really good fit. We also have a feature from Jay Reno on there. Jay Reno did a bunch of the production. Shout out to the Canadian homie.
That's just good fucking news, man. Cinderblock Saints, I felt like it didn't get enough love. It's a banger of a little fucking side project for you, because like, you're not a group guy, but you have a group, and how dope is that?
Yeah. I mean, like me and Lab been friends for years, and you know, we made a few songs together before that. And once I moved up here, and he's just down in Pittsburgh, he's down about 2 hours away, so we're closer now. And like, you know, we figured, fuck it, let's make a project, let's do something. And then like the name stemmed from just like one of the bars I was writing on the first album. It just stuck. It sounded good, so we fucking ran with it.
That's so fucking dope, man. I have appreciated this so much, Keagan. You have given me so much awesome shit to work with.
I'm not done, Fatz.
Oh, you're not done. You got more.
I got one more thing for you.
What you got?
I started writing my next album.
Oh,
there's already some songs in various stages of completion. The new album hopefully will be coming out before the end of the year, hopefully by Camp Zool.
Got a name yet?
The new record's called Goliath.
Oh, fuck. So it's going to be big. We know that much.
It's going to be big. It's going to be tough. I'm going to be just on there flexing. I'm making, you know, I'm not changing the formula too much from gospel. I'm making fucking big songs with catchy ass hooks, and we're gonna fucking do it again.
Fuck yes. Oh my God. We get all the exclusives here at Do It for the Underground.
That's
I've been
right.
saying it, and I'll keep saying it. Ain't no fucking body doing it like we're fucking doing it. Please continue to follow us, like us, subscribe, share that shit, comment on the fucking videos, because that really pisses me off when you don't do that. Yeah. And I'm Fatz King. This is Keagan Grimm. This was Anatomy of an Album. And back to you, Robbie.
No, you guys, I'm not on this video.
Hi, Robbie.
Hey, Keagan.
It's your mom, Robbie.
It's your mom, Robbie.
Okay. Yep.
Hola.
Okay, but this is just Fat's video. I'm not on this one. So, bye.